homies? It's your boy, WOWINFO. How you doing? Have we got an exciting edition on the show for you today, folks? On this episode, I'm going to teach you... No, none of that. None of that is happening. No teaching, no nothing. We're going to have a chat. You might even get to see something you haven't seen for years, bro. I'm deciding to care, right? And this goes over and above. Love conquers all. Love conquers greed. Love conquers hate. Love conquers evil. I'm going to show you one of the things that I love. One of the things. I'm not going to show you all the things I love. Some of them are not up for debate today, to be shown. One of the things we're going to show you today is... Well, you can guess. You can leave a comment in the chat. I was going to make it able for people to comment today. Let's see. Let's make it easy for you guys. All those subscribers for the last 9 months. If you've been a subscriber for 9 months, you can be part of this show. All right? This episode. I'm not going to guarantee a shout out. If you're coming in here for a shout out, that's kind of sad. Kind of greasy. It's 2025. Do people really... If you're new to YouTube and you've never seen a YouTube video before, if you've never been on one of them TikToks or Omegle streams, if you never got a shout out in your life, you come to the wrong place to start to think you're going to get your first shout out. I don't do shout outs. It's just so stupid, you know? You shout out people that are cool, that come to the stream. I mean, you're going to get a shout out if you're a legend, if you're a boss. Want to find out? Come to the show. Say hi in the chat and see if you get a shout out. There's a lot of dead air. You clearly know you're not a legend, okay? If you're not a legend, don't be feeling so bad. No one really is a legend. Legends are myths. They're things like hearsay. A legend is a person who once existed. You heard through the grapevine about this feat that nobody else could match, could stop, could conquer. You know what I mean? That is what a legend is. Not somebody with a big wallet, a fancy car, or 1 million subscribers. That does not make you a legend. There are people on YouTube with 2 million subscribers floating weed videos, and they are simply working for a corporation, backdoor fed from the inside, Chinese subs, right? And this is how the world works now. The majority of streamers in Canada have an Asian influence. They've been... how do you word this? So you can go to websites and buy subscribers. This is a known fact, right? I don't know how many of you are unaware of this. It has to be a tiny number, right? So like when I started on YouTube, it was highly illegal to buy subscribers, right? But if we take a look around at some of the people's channels, such as, let's start with the biggest, Mr. Yeast Infection, Titty Series, or whatever it is. I don't know their names, but some of these are channels, names might be a little off. Look, there's people out there that have been, well, they may not even run their channels. Let's be really specific. I wasn't going to be this specific, but let's start out being this specific. We have to pass a marker of time as well. Yeah, see, there's things I just understand better than most, and that's just the way it's going to be from now on. So we're going to do videos on different things for the next 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, a year. And we'll see how things go. We'll start out slow and steady. I'll be on another channel. You can join me live over there. You can actually see what I'm doing. But over here you'll get the microphone, and then on that channel you get the visuals. And this way YouTube can blow me, and the rest of you can enjoy something. Well, if the Karens are over here and they're not really sure if they're into this, then the Karens can just leave, right? There's just talking here. There's no way to flag the channel or anything like that. So I have learned how to protect myself and the channel on YouTube. I just don't know if the people who are governing this platform are trustworthy. Okay, and I want to be specific when I say this. The people who govern this platform have made mistakes in the past, and not made mistakes that have cost me money, right? Cost me money. Not only have I not received an apology, I just simply was told, we make mistakes, right? There was no apology. There was no, I didn't get back pay or lost wages. Would never even mentioned or breathed to me, right? How come it's channels like Mr. Yeast Infection never ever, never ever has a problem with his subscriber count? He's never gone down in subscribers like the rest of you. How is it that he gains so many subscribers every day but never loses any? If you gain 4, 8, 10,000 subscribers in a day, YouTube will come and they will hack that number in half tomorrow. Anyone who is a major player or a small or moderate player in the YouTube world understands this, knows this to be the truth. It's very common knowledge. For all those out there who are just minions, no chance at you ever creating something on your own or on your own recognizance. You're just a minion. You think that these channels have done all the hard work and it's just magic. It's all the algorithm. That isn't even a fucking thing. That's not how things work. This platform is a publisher push platform, meaning if you pay, your content can be pushed to the eyes of viewers who you want to see the information go to. I actually can't continue this. I'm being told this is far too much because there's such a large group of minions that doesn't understand the internet. I'm just simply here to let you know that you're probably watching some of the devil's biggest accomplishments online. The devil has swayed people who may have been good had they not joined and sided with the devil, right? But these people have sided with corporations who, as you know, don't care about people. Corporations are only there to provide a job for you to make a minimal amount of money while they make hand over fist off of your back, which you try and do that to one of your friends today. Try and tell your friend, hey, I want to come work with me. And then you give them 0.1% of the money at the end of the day. And you take 99.9% of that money in their fucking face. You have to do it in their face. Say, here's your 1, 2, here's 3, $17 for you, and $1,173.94 for me. And they worked exactly as hard as you. Maybe a little fucking harder. Think about it. You guys, corporations are the devil. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So we gotta vacuum and do a few things, but we're always here for people who are good people out there, okay? There's been a lot of good people come through here and YouTube, and they've helped me. They've helped me grow as a man, as a person, as a husband, as a son, all kinds of different things. So I appreciate you. And to those people, I offer, if you ever need anything, always come here and ask for something. I don't have any money, but I can offer you my time and my heart and my mind, which are all pretty valuable, if you ask me. I just want you to know you're not alone. I'm sure at some point everybody feels alone in your life. At some point you felt alone. Whether you were just pity partying, like I'm sure I've done 100,000 times, or I'm sure you guys have pity partied too. I really don't pity party in my eyes, but I think my wife would say different. I don't know. We'll have to ask her straight up maybe one day. I'll have to ask her like out of the blue though, so I get a real answer, you know what I mean? So, what do we know about hemp, you know? Well, I mean, let's look at how we would even know about something in the beginning, in the first place. We have things called culture, right? And with culture, we date that culture. These people, we'll name them Aztecs, Sumerians, we'll name them, Mongolians. And they have a timeline, right? And we call that a time stamp in history. So you have a 0 to 100 scale. You have a scale. And this is the beginning, in the beginning, till what we call present day. And now within present day lies knowledge, right? We assume, like assholes, that we, the ones who are the latest species, are the most dominant, the most powerful, and the largest. We assume we are the largest. How would we know, right? When, here, you have to pause. Now you have to lateral think this, and this is big time. You can't make this up. If you have dinosaurs and they went extinct, what group of cultures existed then? How did it survive? Had to be extremely advanced. Not because, and we assume, like assholes, that dinosaurs, there is no dragons. We're just going to touch that for a second. I use dragons as a great example. I believe they exist. Like, if you are a scientist who has written a paper on rocks can feel, spoons have feelings, like a spoon, a silver piece of silverware. But we assume we as assholes, it's an inanimate object, right? Inanimate, meaning not alive, I guess. We'll define inanimate after. We will later. Check this out. Organisms, minerals, carbon. We are made up of that. Now we're like, oh, we are the advanced molecules. How do we know that a quartz crystal isn't so far? It was a human. How do we know? that wasn't a human that transcended into the quartz zone of the life of living. And within that quartz crystal, it does grow. Quartz, it picks up other molecules and they press down and it heats up and it begins to form into quartz, maybe with gold attached to it, right? A crystalline gold quartz crystal. So now you have minerals and stones and things that we assume are rocks because we're dumb, right? We're dumb. A gold bar can't be alive, right? Do you believe in butterflies, right? A bug with no wings, a caterpillar, moves slow as AF, can fly 40 miles an hour in a strong wind and make it to Mexico or vice versa from Mexico to Canada. A bug that moves at 0.01 miles per hour can then go on to fly. Like, we can't fly, but we don't know if we can. We haven't modified, or the butterfly is a caterpillar, right? It's a transformer. It's an organic transformer, a soft cell organism is what I'm gonna state this as. I don't know if that's a term. Maybe I've read it somewhere over the years. I'm not making it up. I mean, I might be creating it, but I'm just gonna put it out there. A soft celled organism, as opposed to the hard celled, solid, completely solid, not inanimate. I almost want to bite my tongue there. I almost said inanimate rock. We'll call it that for layman's terms, but it's a quartz crystal with crystalline gold attached, like created and formed over maybe 1,000 years, maybe 500, or maybe in a decade or less after cooling from some incredible temperature with an extreme pressure pushing down on it. Now, what does that involve? It involves a ton of material. Not a ton, but a literal, like, an endless amount of heavy stone with an endless amount of heavy dirt. All of this presses down on something underneath the bedrock. So, and it heated up, right? Whether it was a meteorite or if it was a man-made device that has the ability to melt anything it comes in contact with. There was a statement from a tank driver during hard times, during times that should never happen. A tank driver stated in Iraq that when he fired upon the Iraq tank, he couldn't believe his eyes. That the metal was on fire. He had never, because was either his first battle or it was a direct hit with something different. I don't want to say, I know what they used, but I'm not talking about it. I'm not here to, this is not good, right? I could be in like that other end of that tank getting that shell put on me in time if I talk about it now and some group or some country hears about it. It's all known. This is all known. This is all on YouTube. I saw this on YouTube. But it's in a video with millions of views. Right? And it's all got monetized. They're getting paid by huge advertisers. You should see the commercials on this stuff. So there's nothing here I'm doing bad. YouTube's been paying this dude to make videos for war videos on YouTube for, I don't know, 7 years, 4 years. I don't know how long he's been doing it. Quite a while. I didn't come on here to promote war. I came on here to talk about the fact that you can man-made, picture making steel so thick that you could never in your family's existence take a hammer and penetrate that steel. You could never figure out in your family's lifetime how to make that thing go on fire, but they have something, or there are several things that will make metal burn. And if it can make metal burn, it can make stone melt. Okay? So these are Easter eggs for you to live your life, and remember that man-made items, as well as nature, with what they refer to as meteorites, it may not have been a meteorite. And we have to accept the fact that they may have lied to us. I love you all. Have a great day. Peace.